2005, I had oral cancer. I had cancer on my tongue, and they had to remove a piece of my tongue. And
Oh,
the doctor said I'd never be able to sing ever again. And he said I wouldn't be able to talk. Probably I'd have to have speech therapy. Um,
wow.
so I'm really lucky that I, I sort of had to train myself to speak again after the surgery. But I've been lucky
But
to be able to sing because, like I said, the doctor said I would never sing again. And so I
yeah,
think
yeah, that's incredible. You could talk and then you started singing. I mean, what'd you do to just?
well, I practiced tongue twisters. I looked up tongue twisters online, like she sells seashells by the seashore. And I
Are you there?
practiced
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
practiced that and kind of taught myself to sing, and speak and sing. Because for a while I was just talking with a really like a list, like this, with a
yeah.
really heavy lisp. I remember saying, I go, this really sucks. I hope I don't talk like this forever. And then just kept doing the tongue twisters. And then one day it would just come back normal for a few minutes. And then it would go back to like heavy lisp, come back and forth. But the more I practiced, the longer I was able to speak normally. Um, so I think when I sing now, I think I try harder. I think I use a little bit more of my, focus, my brain to
Yeah.
focus
Like the
on,
auditory skills. Yeah, it's
yeah, and
yeah.
singing and stuff. So I think that's helped a little bit.
What do you so wait, actually, so you're very musical and actually your brother's in Junkyard. He's been
Yes,
right.
bass player
That's
in Junkyard.
I actually spoke to some of those guys recently. He wasn't actually there, but another band. So did you guys just grow up in a musical family or
Not really. He's older than me, so
there you
I
go, throw him under the bus.
right. Well, I mean, growing up though, he would take me. I would, he was older brother, so it'd be like he was kind of watching out for me. He would take my mom kind of trusted him to take me out, so he would take me out to, from where we lived in the suburbs, like around Pasadena area. We'd go out down into Hollywood, and he would take me to a lot of like shows down in Hollywood, like mostly like punk stuff. We were into a lot of punk in the 80s. And I started playing, I was playing when I was a kid, I was playing trumpet, and I pawned my trumpet for a guitar. I started playing guitar, and me and my friend Jeff would just play in our rooms, and we just play really simple, like 3-chord, like Ramon songs. And I taught my brother, I basically taught him how to play bass, got him started, even though he was
Really?
older.
Yeah.
I was in junior high, and he was like probably senior in high school. And it was funny. He was actually a singer in like a punk band for a little while, and then he started playing bass and got into a punk band called Decry. And they got to tour. I was too young because I was still in junior high, but they were touring around in a van doing a punk rock tour. And but yeah, I got him kind of started. So it was just kind of more like we were really into music, and luckily, like the stuff we liked was really simple to play. Like it gave us a place to start. Where like punk songs are just like 3 chords instead of having to
Yeah.
start with like something really complicated. Like trying to
Mm.
learn Zeppelin or something. It gave us more of a place to start, and so yeah, we kind of did that, and kind of got into a lot of like post-punk stuff, and like kind of gothic, and then the glam rock thing with like Hanoi Rocks came out. And
Yep.
so we kind of went from like punk, kind of rediscovered like rock and roll. But I guess before we were into punk, we were into all the classic rock stuff, Zeppelin and AC/DC. But yeah, and so we just got into a lot of cool stuff, and didn't really come from a musical family. We just, I guess our family was real supportive of us playing music. So basically told me, hey, I'm playing with, Tammy in a band called Fast Pussycat. And so yeah, I met Tammy and started playing with those guys. And luckily, Shanghai never really went on to do anything, but Faster Pussycat, we were lucky enough to get signed pretty quick. I think we were together for about 6 to 8 months, somewhere around there, you know.
That's pretty crazy. Mark put on the album, right? Mark was the guy that was
Yeah,
on the
Mark
album?
was on the first and second record
Okay.
and got
He
really.
got in trouble. He got in trouble. He was shipping something in the mail, right?
He
Is that
shipped
true?
him and Eric shipped heroin
Yeah.
to themselves on, you know,
Yeah.
stupidly,
Yeah.
like
I,
using
that's insane.
using FedEx and got in trouble. Yeah.
That is insane. That is just like
Crazy.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's fantastically interesting. You did something really cool a while back. You've done super charity work, and I think I gotta bring it up because it's pretty awesome. You do it. I know. I read this one thing. I want to hear a little more backstory. So you had I think 2012. You chopped your hair.
Oh yeah, shaved it all off bald. That
So
was for. It's called St. Baldrick's. It's a kids cancer charity,
Mhm.
and I think I raised like $20,000 or something. A lot of money.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I'll shave my hair, and then I had really long hair. When you shave it, you donate it to they make like
Blocks of
yeah,
wigs.
they,
My
uh-huh,
kids
they make the
are.
wigs, yeah.
That's a pretty cool thing. But the
Yeah,
fact you got because of who you were and you got to shave it off and
yeah,
make that much money for charity is pretty awesome. That's a really cool thing.
yeah, and I did it on stage. It was pretty crazy, you know.
If you're gonna do it, you're gonna
Yeah.
make a stand. What other charities have you done? Because I know you do a lot of other charity work.
Well, we would do. We worked with doing cystic fibrosis charity. We did that. We've done a lot of like cancer charities, like I said, the kids cancer charities, St. Jude's Children's Cancer Hospital. We've donated that. We did a big charity event here in Las Vegas for a brain hospital downtown. They do like neurosurgery and brain injuries and stuff. And that was a big one. They opened the hospital, but we had added it up, and we did so much charity work. Sin City Centers, we had raised over like $1 million for different charities.
That's insane. Like
Yeah, it was a
awesomely.
lot. We one day we were just like, gosh, we've raised a lot of money. So we sat down and kind of added up what we had raised, and it was over $1 million.
That's fantastic, man. You should have like
Yeah.
a star out there. You guys should have some kind of
Yeah.
little something.
Uh,
Like what just drove you guys to do that? I mean, that's good, but I mean, that's like a lot of charity work for one band to do. I mean,
well,
just
you know, at the time, I guess at the time we started doing charities, I mean, part of it, of course, was to be generous and to give back, but part of it also doing charities is good for us because it kind of puts us out there in the
Mhm.
limelight a little bit, you know, I mean, gets us a little bit more recognized.
press.
And we wanted to be, you know, we really wanted to be the biggest thing in Vegas. So we just thought, you know, if we could give back, we're going to be recognized a lot more, you know,
Mhm.
locally and in our community for that. And it really did pay off a lot. So, um, you know, but that's, I guess, you know, and we always just from the beginning, I guess when I put the band together, it was sort of, you know, when you start a band, I mean, especially with that band, we really like, I wanted it to be really like have a mission statement and have a goal and really have these things like a good company would have. And so I always said I want to do charity stuff. You know, it's important that we give back. You know, and I think also too. I always said, you know, when I was in Faster Pussycat, it was all take, take, take. I said
Yep.
now there's a really chance now with the internet and with everything, it's really doing charities is a lot more easy than it even was in the past. You know,
Mm.
so I just said, you know, now it's time. And I think too, when I first moved up here, surviving the whole cancer thing for me kind of gave me a different perspective, meaning like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it for a bigger reason than just playing and making money. I want to be able to give back.